Hey guys, Tyler here. Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be talking about an article that I found that talks about how 75%, crazy to think about this, in a survey they did, 75% of buyers had buyer's remorse when purchasing a home after the pandemic. Guys, this is really crazy to think about. That's such a high number, but really I can see how this is a possibility. Here's why. If you really think about it, since the pandemic, the market has exploded. The days on market have plummeted. The number of homes have gone down dramatically, and the amount of buyers out there have increased so much that has created a perfect storm for the following. Basically, you have to walk into a home and decide in a matter of few minutes if you want to ride on that offer. And then you have a few hours to really mull it over, write the offer, and submit it and see if your offer is going to win. In many cases, buyers are losing out, which creates this cyclical response that I see it, I need to write quickly, and I need to do crazy things to try to get an offer accepted. And you literally have no time to think about and process the decision you're making. Guys, I remember back when I first got into real estate back in 2011. I don't know why I did 3 because it was 2011, but we would have a week to really decide, potentially even longer to decide on a particular house. It was crazy. We would go out on a Monday, go out again on a Wednesday, go out again on a Friday, and then we'd be like, let's go back to the first house we went to on Monday and see if that's really the right home for us. And people had time to make a decision. That's completely gone these days. You see a house, you have to write an offer, and you have to try to get your offer accepted. And guys, the things buyers are doing these days are absolutely crazy. I made this video right here on how to get your offer accepted, and I go through these things that buyers are doing. They work, but it's really crazy to think about that buyers have to bend over backwards to try to get their offer accepted. So in this video, guys, I want to be clear, we're doing 3 things, okay? Or we're doing 2 things, right? First thing that I want to do is I want to go over the specifics on what these buyers are regretting, because they're not regretting the whole decision. They're regretting aspects of it, and they're going to be very good for you to make sure you don't make those mistakes in the future. And then the second thing that we're going to be doing is going over 3 things that's where the 3's coming for. I'm remembering now. We're going to talk about 3 ways that you can make sure that you don't have buyer's remorse when buying a home post-pandemic with this crazy market. And if you follow these 3 things, guys, you're going to be very confident in the home that you buy. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen right here. And here is the article put together by Zillow for your guys' benefit. And it starts right here. Zillow's new survey found that 75% of Americans who bought a home since the pandemic have buyer's remorse. Here's interesting. Here are the top regrets that they're having. They purchased a home that needs more work or maintenance than they expected. That could be 2 things here. I just want to say this. It could be the real estate agent not setting correct expectations. If an agent sets the right expectations, you're not going to have these maintenance issues that you think you're not going to have. There's some things that a realtor can do to help you, and we'll get into that in step when we go over those 3 things. Okay, and 32% of these people felt that way. 32%, 31% that they bought a home that was too small. Now that could also be due to the rising prices in homes that, you know what, your budget just can't afford a bigger home. That could also be the case. It's not very clear in this right here. The research suggests that many of those buyers ended up in a home that was less than ideal. Guys, this could be common. There could be a lot of things that you don't like about your home. I love my home, but there's some specifics, aka laundry room, that I really wish I could change about my home. That doesn't mean I regret my decision, but I think they're trying to articulate that if you people are making too fast of a decision. However, to minimize these regrets, they're suggesting that to establish where they're willing to compromise and what's a deal breaker when it comes to shopping. In addition, 74% of respondents wish they had done at least one thing differently during the shopping process. 38% wish they had spent more time searching for a home or weighing their options. I talked about that at the beginning. You just jump in and you make a decision day one. And it's like, I have to. I don't want to lose this house. 28% of them said that they would have shopped for and purchased a home in a different area. And this is This seems to be everywhere. And if you have already purchased a home, please put in the comments below what you regretted about your decision and what you would do differently to help everybody out on this video. But I want to share 3 things that you should do if you're looking to buy a home to make sure you avoid having buyer's remorse, especially in this crazy seller's market. And that starts off with number 1. Number 1 is making sure that when you're working with your realtor, you're looking at 7 to 10 homes. Here's what I say to every single one of my clients before they actually buy a home. I tell them that, hey, the first time we're going out, we're gonna look at 7 to 10 homes and we're not gonna buy any of them. Take the pressure off. Don't plan on buying them. We're going out to get you familiar with the market. We're getting you out into homes to see what they look like compared to what you're seeing online, to compare how they look in person. Now, if by chance you find the dream home and you're like, I can't absolutely miss this, don't worry. You can still write an offer on it. I'm happy to help you buy anything. But I want you to know that the first time we go out, we're not trying to get you in a home. I really want you to become more confident about the process, more confident about what you like and what you don't like. And here's the reality. If you walk into the very first home that I'm talking to you, the viewers right now, if you walk into the very first home that you want to and you find yourself falling in love with it, if you decide to write an offer, a couple things are going to happen. You could get cold feet and you might regret your decision, aka buyer's remorse. You might also find yourself questioning, is there anything else out there? Am I moving too quickly? Am I overpaying for this house? And all of those things can be answered simply by you deciding to look at more homes. They indicated that right here. They wish they took more time. So the way I do it is the first day we go out, we're going to look at 5, 7 to 10 homes to get this out of the way as fast as possible. Because what if one of those homes is your dream home? Well, we want to see as many homes up front as possible so that when the right one does come up, you have that confidence. You feel confident about the decision you're making. So this is very, very, very important that you do that. And that moves us on to step 2. After, it can't be before. After you have looked and gone through 7 to 10 houses, you can then just refine your list. You can go through the homes that you've looked at and really refine what you're looking for, whether it's this location or that location, a lower or higher price point. If you can't find what you're looking for, maybe it's a 3 to a 4 bedroom, whatever it may be. It could be as the style of house, a 2-story to a ranch. You refine your search because you really want to get laser focused in on what you want. So when that right one does come up, you are abundantly confident and you're willing to do everything you can to get that offer accepted. And I told you, I put that video right here on ways that you can get your offer accepted. So check that out. And also, if you're interested about the entire home buying process, you can check out this video right here where I lay out the entire process so that you get educated and you feel confident. Confidence is a big deal, guys. And if you don't feel confident, you're not going to know when the right one comes up and you're going to get cold feet through the process. So this video here will really help establish that confidence about the process. This video here is to help establish the confidence in writing an offer, and you have to refine that search. After you refine that search, we move on to step 3. Step 3 is working with your realtor on the following. I want you to do this exercise after you get done with this video, or even pause the video now and go ahead and do that, where I want you to write a list of your needs and your wants. The needs for a house and then your wants for a house. Go ahead and pause the video, write those out right now. You should only really 3 to 4 to 5 is all you should have on that list, so it should take a second. Once you do that, you need to talk with your realtor and say, hey, here's my budget. Here's my needs. These are the absolute things that I need. Now, a need is like a 3-bedroom or a 4-bedroom house. If you have, let's say 4 kids, well, heck, you may need a 5-bedroom house, or maybe you could get away with a 4-bedroom. That is a need. A want is, I would love to have a deck that's enclosed, or a walkout basement, or whatever it may be. The compromises, a completely updated kitchen, right? There are some compromises and it changes for every person, but you need to go to your realtor and say, here's my budget, here's my needs, here's my wants. Is it possible for me to get a home in this market with those requirements? with those needs and that budget. Because here's the deal. You don't want to go into this not based on reality. You don't want it to be based on a fantasy. And your realtor's here to help guide you and to make things, whether it's possible or impossible, and they're going to help you make that decision. If it's not possible, well then heck, you're going to have to refine and work with your spouse or significant other and decide, what can we do? What do we want to do? Or is this heck even the best time for us? And maybe we should save more money and get a higher price point if we can't get the needs that we want in a home. Guys, if you do this, I promise you, if you can do these and work with your realtor on setting correct expectations on what it's going to take to get your home to get an offer accepted in this market, you will eliminate almost completely buyer's remorse. There's always going to be compromises, but you're going to come into this knowing what compromises you're willing to make, and you're going to be able to make them. The last thing I want to say, because I didn't reference inspections. Inspections is a completely different thing, and it's something you have to be very, very careful on. You almost can't, in this market, you can't get offers accepted hardly at all with a home inspection because there's so many buyers willing to remove them. So what can you do to make sure that you don't have any regrets later down the road? Well, here's what I do for my clients. I look at the home while they're looking at, is this the perfect home for me? Do I like the kitchen? Do I like the basement? I'm not looking at those things. I'm looking at the roof, siding, windows, the furnace, the AC, all the things that are big expenses and also could cost, they cost the most, but also they may not have the experience looking at it. And I'll tell them, hey guys, based on my experience, this is a house that I would be okay writing an offer without an inspection. Hey guys, after looking at this, I don't think you're going to want to do an inspection on this one. Now, it's not a guarantee. Obviously, I'm not an inspector. They're not an inspector, but they do have some level of experience to be able to reduce the risk if this may be a potential home that we could write an offer and not do a home inspection on. That is one way that you can reduce the risk and the liability. Also, by getting a home warranty, check that out. Ask your realtor about a home warranty that you can make sure you get into a house with little risk and with little to no regret. Guys, if you like videos like this, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you like more content like this, and put a comment down below what else you would like to see. If you've purchased a home and your biggest regrets you have about purchasing your home to help the community here, I greatly appreciate it, guys. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care.